Dun, 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 dun.
Come on. Welcome back to another week of Raised on Sports. I'm Reagan, the daughter of this father-daughter podcast.
Hello, everybody. Jason here, the father of this wonderful father-daughter podcast. Excited to get back in the swing and podcasting with you, Ray. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Good. I know. I am back at school. Start of 2025. It's my goal. And I know we said this last week, but we need to podcast more. We need to kind of amp this up. I really want to dive headfirst into it and put more effort into it. So whoever's watching, if you have any advice, feedback, things that you want to see in our podcast, things that you want us to talk about, questions to ask us, everything is welcome, and I'm excited to try to get this on Spotify and Apple Music, and so it's not a just YouTube video anymore. You can listen while you're driving, listen while you're walking, kind of that's how I listen to podcasts most. So that just kind of wanting our fans, all of our fans, to give
all of them
advice. But yeah, so I'm back at school, kind of about my week. I've now had a full week of school. And my classes are fun this year.
Good.
Nothing too much to report on except for kind of getting back into the groove, back into the routine swing of things. So yeah, it's been good. How about you?
I heard you had some snow.
Oh my gosh. Duh. I know it snowed in Clemson on Friday, which was so fun because it's never snowed here since I've been here at Clemson. And cool. I was actually on interviews on Friday, and I was like low-key looking outside because it started to snow while I was in my interviews.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
And it was so fun.
Very surreal for a Southern California girl. So that's
I know, right?
Pretty cool, right?
Considering the last time I was in the snow, I was in a car crash. But besides the point.
That's besides the point.
How was your week, Dad?
Good week. Yeah. We had some dance competitions this weekend, and basketball season is full in swing, middle of league play. So yeah, we're good. We're good. Nice to kind of get back into the routine.
How's everything with the fires? I know that's
yes, it's pretty crazy out here. Not necessarily us. You know, where we are. However, about 60 miles north of in LA, it's pretty bad. Yeah. The smoke hasn't really blown our way either, which is kind of nice. It's blown out to the ocean. But yeah, it's just horrible. Every day I hear a story of somebody new. I saw, if we want to even relate this to the sports world, I know JJ Redick's, the coach of the Lakers, house burnt down. So he's got a couple boys, and last night they played a game, and I think it was like Victor Wembanyama and a couple other players donated their shirts to the boys. So like a lot of just touching stories that you're hearing, because it is horrible, but LA has definitely rallied, and a lot of good you're hearing from it too. A lot of good people out there as well. So but yeah, it's tough. It's pretty brutal.
I know. I've been seeing so much about it. A lot of people here are asking, like, me, am I okay? They knowing I come from California, but I'm happy that our family, our house is safe. But obviously, I'm glad that LA is coming together kind of as a community, because it is very, very sad with everything going on. But I'm happy.
I heard a great quote this morning on Dan Patrick's show. You know, everybody says, "Oh, your house burnt down." No, it's not your house; it's your home.
Yeah.
Right. And like, you know, when it's your home and it's everything that belongs to you and everything, it's more than just a house.
Exactly.
So,
and even like I see some nasty people online saying, "Oh, it's these celebrities, they can afford another home." But again, like you said, it's their home. Like
it's their home.
There's so much stuff in there that makes it a home, and animals and like just everything. So it is like still so sad, and I don't think anything can take away, even if they're celebrities.
Yeah. I like the idea of expanding our podcast, though. That's great. We definitely got to get so viewers out there, send us some info, comment.
Yes,
we are here for you, and we want to see what you got to say.
And we can even get guests on, I think.
Yes.
I can reach out to people at Clemson. I know you have friends in the sports world that maybe we can get on and get their opinion, ask them questions, kind of be on the interviewer side, which could be
Yeah.
cool.
Be cool.
And just have more experiences. It's 2025, new year.
New year. New
Revamped
podcast.
Exactly. But we should kick it off because we are about to have one of the best national championship games in a long time.
Yeah, it's probably the last time we've got to start with college football too. This is it, right? I
Well,
mean,
we have to talk about the game next week.
we'll talk about the game next week, but
It still is
that's
definitely dwindling down.
we've got Notre Dame, Ohio State Monday night for the
know.
national championship.
I
Wow.
know. Notre Dame against Penn State. How do you think that game went?
Great game. Great game. I
I
thought
agree.
it was probably one of the better playoff games of the entire playoff, brackets.
Mhm.
Both teams just bringing their A game and
Mhm.
started off with a little defensive struggle at first, but then second half they kicked into gear and it was back and forth scoring. And it was one of those you just felt whoever had the ball last would come up. And sure
Yeah.
enough, Penn State threw the interception and Notre Dame had it last and
I know
lined up
the
the game
first
winner.
Yeah, the first half I thought was just a little boring just because it was very low scoring. Like you said, it was a
Mhm.
defensive battle. They were kind of going back and forth, and I did not know who was going to win at halftime. Like it was very, very back and forth. And I thought Notre Dame just looked a little bit stronger throughout the second half, which ultimately led them to win the game. And that last interception kind of sealed the deal for them. And obviously, you're excited. I'm very excited. Rooting for the Irish. But then the Ohio State-Texas game, I was rooting for Texas the whole time just because Ohio State is a powerhouse, and I'm not sure how the Ohio State-Notre Dame game is going to match up.
Yeah.
But that was also a good game. I
It was
wasn't
a good
boring.
game. It was a good game. It was
Mhm.
exciting. I don't think Ohio State played actually their best.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
scares me a little bit. But nonetheless, I think the two best teams that entered the playoffs are facing each other. And that's what college football wanted. That's what college football needed,
Mhm.
especially in this playoff situation with a lot of the controversy about the buys and other teams getting in or not getting in. I think
Yep.
bottom line is the best two teams are in the finals and will duke it out in the national championship.
Totally. I've been seeing so many articles, especially about Notre Dame, just because there's a lot of people out there that hate Notre Dame. It's like
Yes,
a big school to hate and a big school to love. I was reading this
sure.
article yesterday from The Athletic, and they were talking about how just the history of Notre Dame, and they're coming out with shirts that say Catholics versus conferences, which kind of
Yes.
refers back to the Miami game, Catholics versus convicts,
Yep.
which is kind of funny. And did you see that Notre Dame got, I think it was $10 million
Yes. They get
getting into
all
the
they get
playoffs?
all well, they get all the you get I think it was the breakdown was like 2 million if you win in the first round, and then
Mhm.
4 million if you win in the next round, and then 6 million if you win in the next round. So
Uh-huh.
getting to the championship game, and they have to split that with their with everybody in their conference. Notre Dame
Yep.
not being in a conference gets all 10 million to themselves. So yes,
Uh-huh.
just
It's
another reason why the controversy out there, should Notre Dame be in a conference? But
I still don't I love how they're not in a conference. I just love how they kind of play whoever, and they kind of are rivals with a lot of people.
yeah,
Like, they
yeah,
don't have one specific rival. I guess the Indiana game was really fun, but I wouldn't say that's the
that's
rival.
not a rival. No,
No.
SC is more of a rival just
Yeah,
because they've played them every year since the 30s, and
exactly. And
I mean
even
that's
at
a
Clemson, when I
rival.
say I'm a Notre Dame fan, people are like, "Ew, like, you can't be a Notre Dame fan
Yeah,
here at Clemson," just
yeah,
because an awful game that they beat us in the last second, like, 4 years ago.
yeah.
But whatever. Come
It is it
Monday.
is funny to see though a lot of teams, a lot of the media out there is more dislike towards Ohio State than to Notre Dame. So they're
Yep.
saying, Who would have thought Marcus Freeman would bring more people together as Notre Dame fans um,
No,
because they're playing Ohio State?"
he's really brought this team up.
Yes,
Like, after
he's
Brian
great.
Kelly left, I love him as a coach. And I think this is just the beginning for him. I saw that the Chicago Bears were looking into
Reaching
hiring
out.
him,
Yep.
but I don't think he's going to leave.
I hope not. I hope
you
not. It's all about what they, where they feel they are in their lives. So
It's like pulling a Jim Harbaugh.
yeah,
You can't just win a national championship and then
and bail.
leave.
I know.
But
Should be good.
It should be a great, great game. I think we should just start off with our pick because there's
Go right into it.
Pick.
Is that one game?
Plural. But genuinely give me your answer, who you believe is going to win, not biased as a Notre Dame fan.
Genuinely.
Genuinely.
And I've said this a lot during these podcasts throughout the whole, way back to the beginning of college football season, even after losing to Northern Illinois, is that just something was different this year about Notre Dame. There's been a lot of I'm a firm believer in signs. I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. And I think that loss real early in the year was for a reason, for the better good. I just have, and it could be a gut feeling because I'm a fan, but I just firmly believe that things have lined up almost too perfect for Notre Dame this year. And I think even playing Ohio State is the opponent they should be playing all along. Yeah. And my buddy Rob Adams sent me a tweet the other day saying something like they haven't played Ohio State. The last time they played Ohio State was 88 years ago. And the last year that Notre Dame won their national title, 1988. I saw another one where Ara Parseghian, old legendary coach of Notre Dame, won his first title in his third year of coaching. Lou Holtz won his first title in his third year of coaching. This is Marcus Freeman's third year of coaching. Just little things.
The stars are aligning.
The stars are aligning. And of course, with a very, very heavy green heart, I will pick the Irish. And I hope Pat McAfee, because I know you're listening out there, Pat McAfee, pick against Notre Dame again, because every time he has picked against Notre Dame on College Game Day, Notre Dame has won. So please, Pat McAfee, pick the Buckeyes.
Well, because Notre Dame has only have one loss in the season, correct?
Correct.
They've only lost that Northern Illinois.
That's it, yeah.
And since then, they've been on a roll.
But he has picked against them. He picked Indiana to win. All right. He picked he picked Georgia to win. He picked Penn State to win. So
look at
pick the Buckeyes.
Wow. I love your analysis, Dad, and all those stats you were giving out. But I think this is going to be a tough game for both teams.
Yes.
But especially the Irish.
Okay.
Ohio State is a dominant team. And I've said it since the very, very beginning. I am not a fan of Ohio State, but this is their year.
Yeah.
I said that since the first episode.
It was your national championship pick at the very beginning of the year.
Yes. And I'm gonna look back and clip it in here. But Notre Dame, I didn't expect going this far either. Again, I've said this multiple times. They've kind of been the underdog. People hate Notre Dame. People root against Notre Dame every single time.
Yes.
So I think this is going to be a head-to-head battle in Georgia. And honestly, I wish I was going. That would be amazing. Right. But obviously, I'm going to be rooting for Notre Dame. Obviously.
Let me throw one more thing at you.
Okay.
You can see right over my shoulder, I have updated our pick. Dad has a 1-game lead of 46-20.
So this pick, it would make us tied.
It would make us tied.
That would actually be insane.
That would be pretty wild.
Hey, at least we're both in the positives.
That's true. And well ahead in the positives too. That's a good percentage right there.
Yeah. I am going to throw it out and say I think Ohio State is going to win And I'm
Okay.
so sorry. It hurts my heart to say because clearly I'm going to be rooting for Notre Dame. I'm wearing my green today. I'll be
Good.
wearing my green on Monday.
Good.
But as a team perspective, I think Ohio State is a better team. If Ohio State comes out and plays their very best, I don't think anyone in the nation could beat them.
Yeah, they're good. But the first half they played against Oregon was pretty impressive.
So that is my pick.
Okay.
But obviously, go Irish till the day I
All
die.
right. It's that's great analytical. That's a great as an independent, as a great future broadcaster to be. Way to put your heart and emotions aside and
It's
pick the
hard.
team you feel. Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
But come Monday, we will see if we're tied or if Dad takes the lead for our year or season long pick competition.
Yeah.
But honestly, if we're tied, I feel like I should win.
Okay. Fair enough.
Whoever wins this game wins it all. How about that?
Fair enough.
I'm changing the rules. But with college football also comes the NFL.
Yes.
And the Super Bowl is coming up.
Yep. Yep. We've got 8 great NFL teams still remaining in the playoffs with
Yep.
4 games this weekend.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's exciting. This is fun. This is when I kind of really dial into to football, NFL
agree.
football.
Mhm.
It's fun to watch. Got good games.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's good.
I know. I was gonna say, like, I like the playoffs. I'm not a huge NFL watcher. I like watching the clips after the games, but when it comes to the playoffs, like, I will actually watch these games up until the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Chiefs and the Texans on Saturday.
Saturday, yep. And
Which
Commanders Lions. Those are the
also on
Chiefs.
Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. I know. I think the Chiefs are obviously notorious. They've won the last
2 looking to three-peat.
2 years. And they're looking great. And they always do. And I don't think they're going to win again, but I think they have a great chance of getting to the Super Bowl.
Are we picking these games as well, by the way?
Oh, sure. We can pick
Okay.
them.
We can pick them. All right. So who you taking? Taking the Chiefs?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with there. I think the bye definitely helped them rest up, recover. Yeah, they are. Yeah, joking. They are. They're just looking good. I just don't think the Texans are at that level yet as well. Not saying Kansas City's going to win it all and going to three-peat, but they are the better team. They are the home team. They're on a week's rest. And what can I say? You got Patrick Mahomes, so
I know.
Yeah, I will pick the Chiefs as well. So
perfect.
Commanders
And
Lions.
The Lions Commanders.
The number one team in the NFC.
Yeah, the Commanders are huge here at Clemson just because there's so many people from the DMV area, people like to say, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Everyone's rooting for the Commanders here. I see people in jerseys all the times.
So that's what that means. Sorry. So, okay, side note.
Yeah.
Ready? Mom and I were watching US Open or Australian Open the other day, round 1. Francis Tiafoe,
okay,
favorite tennis player, won his first round match, and it was at the exact same time as Washington was beating Tampa Bay. And in his post-game conference, someone said to him, the reporter said to him, "Hey, did you hear who won?" And he said, "Yeah." And he's a big Washington Commanders fan. "Yes, a fan told me." So he says, "Shout out to the what is it? DMV." And Mom and I looked at each other going, why is he saying DMV? That's Department of Motor Vehicles, what I'm thinking. What is DMV? And I kind of knew he was a Redskin fan. So now you saying it right there, I'm putting it all together.
Yeah, it's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. It's kind of this like Northern Virginia, Southern Maryland, DC area. That's just the DMV. There's so many people at Clemson from the DMV.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
All right.
And obviously the Commanders are in the DMV. So
I learned something.
Yeah, learn something new every day. Look what I can teach you.
Thanks, Francis.
With that being said, the Lions are insane this year. I really am rooting for them to go to the Super Bowl. And sorry to all the Commanders fans. sorry to Jake Kidder if he's watching. One of my guy friends watches all of our podcasts. He's a huge Commanders fan, but the Lions are going to win. Period. Point
All
blank.
right. Yeah. I will say this, though. I think of all the games, this one has my sneaky upset feel, though. I like teams that play the week before, and when they play well and they're just rolling and the way Washington's rolling. I did see something today, too. Washington has won their last 4 games on the very last possession of the game. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But my pick is the Detroit Lions, just because I just think they're more of a team of destiny as well this year. So I like Washington with the sneaky possibility. If they were playing anybody else, I probably would pick them. But when it comes to them playing Detroit, I'm going the Lions.
All right. I'll take it. We're the same on that one. So next, let's do the Ravens versus the Bills. Whoever's
game of the week.
Yeah, whoever's going to be playing probably the Chiefs.
Yeah, game of the week.
Semifinals?
Yep.
Semifinals. This one's hard. I got to go with the Bills.
Okay.
Just because I have no reasoning behind it except my favorite professor ever, Sam. I'm going to actually tell him to watch this podcast because he's my favorite professor and he is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. He is from Buffalo. I'm pretty sure he went to the University of Buffalo. Huge Bills fan. And he's been a fan through everything. And so the fact that the Bills are now in the playoffs and going far, I am rooting for him and I'm rooting for the Bills.
All right. I like it. So shout out to your professor.
Sam Hakeem, Dr. Hakeem.
The game is in Buffalo and Baltimore is actually the favorite. So I found that very surprising. So
really? Wait, isn't the Bills ranked above?
They are. They're the 2 seed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Baltimore's the 3, but Baltimore's actually favored in the game.
Interesting.
I think Buffalo is a very difficult place to play. Obviously, you'll have the cold. You got Bills Mafia screaming at you. Baltimore is legit though. They are extreme. They're well balanced. Have one of the best running backs, Derrick Henry, in the nation. Fantastic quarterback, great defense, fantastic coach. But the Buffalo Bills, and your teacher might like this, is my Super Bowl pick this year.
Oh!
So with that being said, I have to be picking the Buffalo Bills to win this game. So let's go Buffalo.
We'll be rooting for the Bills come Sunday.
All right.
Yeah, the game's on Sunday. Finally, we got our home team.
Home team LA Rams.
And the Eagles.
Yes.
The Philadelphia Eagles. Where is this?
It's in Philly.
Okay.
In Philly.
Which one of our good friends?
Yep. Shout out to Sophie Calcaterra. Married to Grant Calcaterra. So Calcaterra, if you're listening, good luck.
Good luck for sure. But this will be a good game. The Eagles are not, I don't want to say not as good as they have been in the past, because they are. But I think they're going to win, and I'm just rooting for Grant.
All right. I have to have an upset pick somewhere.
Are these all well, the Bills was your upset pick?
Well, I guess so, but they're at home.
Yeah.
So here's my road pick.
Okay.
Underdog special of the week.
Okay.
And it's not even that I'm a Rams fan. I mean, people say, oh, you're picking them because you're.
No, you're Chargers.
No, I'm a Chargers fan. Matthew Stafford. Something about it. I think it would be fantastic if we saw Matthew Stafford going back to Detroit for the NFC Championship game with his old team. A lot of storylines. I just don't like the way the Eagles are playing right now, especially offensively. I don't know what's up with Jalen Hurts. I don't know what's going on with the receivers. You saw that story with A.J. Brown reading a book on the sideline during the game. Just weird things about them that doesn't. And again, I'm back to this stars aligning. And so the stars don't align for Philly. I picked against Philly last week.
Okay.
They won. I'm going to pick against Philly again this week.
Okay.
And it's really not about the other opponent. I just don't think Philly's going
far
to the Super Bowl.
I agree. Well, because they'll be playing
the Lions or the
Lions, the Commanders.
Yes.
And I don't think that they can beat either of those teams. right
So
now.
I'm picking the Rams. I'm gonna stop the Philly train right here. Sorry,
Okay.
Calcaterras. Love you guys. Prove me wrong, but I'm picking the Rams.
Perfect.
So there we go.
All right, so we got our 4 picks.
4 playoff picks. Yep.
And the only thing we're different is the Rams and the Eagles.
All right.
Next, we are kind of getting into college basketball season.
Yes.
Like kind of ramping up a little bit, so we'll just touch on this very quickly. But it's been fun. Clemson just personally has been playing very, very well. They're in the top 25, even though that doesn't really matter in basketball right now.
They're along the top of the standings. They're up there.
For sure. They're looking good, especially even in the ACC, which is a great basketball.
Mm-hmm. Had a great win against Georgia Tech last night, right?
Yep. I saw it. They did. They lost to Louisville a couple days ago.
Yeah, but Louisville's good. So,
what are you thinking? Like, who are your thoughts that are going to be in the top?
Yeah, it's still. I mean, of course, I love college basketball, my favorite sport of all. Yep. But I'm still not completely invested into it yet. It's still early. We're at the first half of league play. Teams are feeling each other out. You know, I still watch a game every now and then. Still extremely impressed with Duke, of course. But there's a bunch of teams out there right now. I watched a little of the Arizona-Oregon game. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, Arizona-Baylor game the other night. And kind of impressed with Arizona and how they're playing right now as well. So I think it's going to be good. I'm excited for even February to start rolling in because that's when league play will really get serious. Yep. And then we've got March Madness right behind it. So,
gosh, I'm excited for March.
It'll be good.
I need to fill out a couple brackets.
Yes, definitely.
With that being said, we wanted to kind of bring back this segment because it was fun last time, and we actually had people comment on it, just asking each other questions. I got all sports questions, so I'm not asking my dad any girly questions this episode just because I feel like he knows it all now. So I'm going to ask you a couple of sports questions. My dad has questions for me, which hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much.
Okay, here we go. Sports trivia.
Sports trivia.
I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Which city has hosted the most Super Bowls?
Okay. I mean, I'm probably going to narrow this down. We have New Orleans. Atlanta's hosted quite a few. I'm saying New Orleans.
That's in the top 5. But
Atlanta.
Wrong.
Oh, Miami.
There you go.
It's Miami.
Yep, 3rd time's the charm.
All right, good. All right, I'll give you my NFL question. I'll start it easy.
Okay.
Let's see here. Did I do a football question? Where is this year's Super Bowl?
Oh, New Orleans.
Okay. Yes. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. My next question for you. Okay, this might be like kind of a confusing 2-parter question.
Okay.
But what is the only city in the United States that has all 4 major sports but no championships in the last century?
Oh my goodness. And they have all 4 major sports. Okay. Oh boy.
It's kind of hard.
This is very difficult.
What are you thinking? Like, what's running?
I mean, I'm trying to eliminate. I know I was thinking my first thought was Chicago, but no, the Cubs won the World Series, recently. I know St. Louis has them all but one. No, actually, they don't have a football team anymore. Arizona.
Wrong.
Phoenix.
Wrong.
Let's kind of go something obscure here. How about can I say a state? Somewhere in Florida?
No. Minneapolis, Minnesota. has
Yeah.
all 4 major sports teams, but
Yep.
no championships in the last century.
That's 100 years. Holy
100
cow.
years.
Great question.
Kind of a
No, Rob Adams would not know that one.
Really? Okay.
All right, my turn. Here we go. Let's go NBA.
Oof.
Who
Okay.
has the best record currently in the NBA right now?
I was actually just watching. Oh, I just finished Starting 5, which
Oh, such a good show.
such a good show. Oh,
Such a good show.
oh my gosh, it makes me such a Jason Tatum fan,
So our
and
viewers out there, watch Starting 5 on Netflix. Plug
it is incredible. I convinced one of my friends to watch it who doesn't watch basketball at all, and she absolutely loved it. So,
We could do a whole segment on reality TV too.
oh
But
my
anyway,
gosh, that's
Okay.
true.
best
Sorry.
record in the NBA.
Oklahoma Thunder.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
No way. I was gonna guess
34
that.
and 5.
That's the best record.
34 and 5. They're on pace.
Oh, I thought you said 4 and 5. I was so
34.
confused.
They are
But
on pace to break the Chicago Bulls of the 90s.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
the Cavaliers. Who's on that team?
Go look it up. There you go.
Anyone notable? Okay.
I don't know.
My next question for you is kind of fun.
Okay.
I am going to give you. It's on my phone. That's why.
Okay.
It's the sports channel's theme songs, and you have to tell me which channel it is.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. I
Is
got
that
this.
fun?
Yep.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Oh wait. Good.
Got it.
What is it?
Sunday night football.
Yeah, but like NBC. But like
NBC. Yes. NBC. Sunday
Sunday Night
football.
Football, NBC.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Good one.
next one.
Okay.
I have 8 for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Was it like?
It's
was
kind of
kind
hard to hear, but I
Yeah. Ready?
I don't know.
Red Zone.
I don't have it.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Monday Night Football.
Yep, easy. All right, next one. Okay.
Yes.
Come on.
That's like that's kind of red zone-ish. That's the witching hour fantasy football. NFL Network.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
NFL Network. That's what they play at the witching hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready? Next one.
Fox.
All right, ready? Next one.
Yep. CBS.
Okay, this one.
Okay. Monday Night Football.
No.
But we had that one.
Oh, that's not Monday night.
Play that one again.
Wait. Sorry, it's on speaker. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Come on.
ABC. Monday Night Football.
Well, no, it's ESPN, but like
Oh.
ABC, I guess.
ABC.
But no, we already had Monday Night Football has a specific song.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Okay, last one.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
You are now 6 or 7. Let's see if I
Okay.
go 7 for 8.
Football Night in America, NBC.
Well, Sunday night, but yeah.
Sunday night.
Close enough.
Close enough.
I'll give it to you. You went 7
Good.
for 8.
Good job. Go. Whoa, that was good. I
Was
like
that a
that.
good
We could have done a whole game just on that.
one? Let's
All right,
see.
I'll make this quick and sweet. Who is the number one team in college basketball currently?
Currently, right now.
Currently, right now, the number one
Mm,
ranked team. I think they have been the number one ranked team for the past week or so too. So
I know Auburn's really good right now. But I don't know if they're number one.
actually, I take that back. They moved up. They were number 2 last week, and now they've moved up to number 1.
Okay.
Stick with your original answer.
Auburn? Is it Auburn?
Auburn.
Oh,
Congratulations.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Auburn 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew they were like top 4, but I didn't know if they're number 1. Wait, who else is in there?
Iowa State is 2, Duke is 3, Alabama 4,
Okay.
Florida 5.
Okay. Hey, I know my college basketball.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's kind of all we have for today. I want to add more segments like that into our podcast
Love it.
and keep this thing going.
Love it.
All right. Is that all you got, Dad?
That's all I got. You have a great rest of your week at school. I'm sure we'll touch base before the big game on Monday. Go Irish.
Go Irish.
And yeah, love you.
See ya in a week.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye, Dad. Love you.
Bye. Love you.